Well, today we're going to be setting up for the physics of aviation class. We're going to be setting up, let's see here, the third in the wind tunnel experiment. So there's Venturi, streamlining, and then airfoils. So we're going to set up for airfoils today. The wind tunnel is positioned about like this on station 34, and we'll put another one on station 32. If we're running 3, then we'll put the third one, probably on station 37. The wind tunnels are stored up here. Now we're going to get the fan motor out, along with its transformer, to convert from American voltage power supplies. We're not going to plug this in, by the way. We're just going to leave that unplugged. The students will plug it in. Yeah, this is a converter, a transformer to go from 110 to 220. And then here is our motor assembly. I need 2 hands to grab that. When putting the fan motor on, we need to lift it slightly here to get it in line, and then just slide them together. They very easily go together, and then we pull out the power cord from its nicely tucked away position, and we're going to plug this in to the transformer. Again, the transformer is not going to be plugged into the outlet. The students will do that. It overheats. So we want to make sure the transformer is plugged into the wall, into the power strip, for only as long as the students need the transformer. It will blow a circuit breaker if it's left on for too many hours. Alright, so next step. We're going to use the lift gauge and the drag gauge. The lift and drag gauges, the lift gauge is very, very fragile. Nice setup here, and it says please be gentle with the thumb screws. We've been able to use these for a very long time with very little breakage. And again, I know I've said this, but in the other movies, but this whole assembly with all the accessories that come with it is about $12,000. Overpriced, yes, but it's hard to find a good supplier for these. They're made in Germany. And the drag scale here just wraps around not even one full time, and then it connects to the cart. And so now we see that, now we've got some drag. We're going to attach an airfoil to this system. One airfoil goes here, the other one's right up here. So I'll grab this back one first. Now there's little plastic pivots in here, and those are very, very fragile, so we want to treat these airfoils very gently. Let's see if we can't get a pretty decent view. Not quite. Got this camera back as far as it can go. We're going to slide airfoil in and lift these brackets up and lift the cart up at the same time, and then guide the posts through the holes in the cart. And then we lift up the airfoil, which is kind of tricky to get your hand under there, until these posts go through the 2 holes in the lift gauge. And it's a little difficult. And then, we're going to line this up, the back post with the horizontal line, and then the front line, I like to put it at the 14-degree mark, because it's best if they start out with the highest angle of attack for their airfoil. So let's look at this system here. So this back post is raised up right here, going to this horizontal line. It's kind of hard to see that line. And then the front post is actually at the 14-degree mark, which are really small numbers on the back. See that? And then right here we have our lift scale, this guy. So as this system goes up and down, the numbers are red on the scale, just like that. And it's not zeroed properly. And so there's a zeroing screw up here. So I'm just going to turn that screw until I get a good zero reading. Nope, too far. There we go. Nice zeroed scale now. It's very important that when the experiment is finished for the classes, that these thumb screws are released while holding the airfoil under here, because we don't want this to hang all weekend long. So we're just going to release these and let the airfoil rest on the bottom of the wind tunnel. So now we need the stand here in order to hold the pitot tube wind speed measurement. So we'll go in the cabinet here and get the stand. So we're going to need the big stand, and we're going to need a black piece of cardboard to protect the table. And let's see here. I'm trying to remember what we need. We need this clamp right here with a right angle. And then we need a short rod from the tube back there. And then we need well, no, that'll cover it just fine. So there we go. That's all we need inside the cabinet. So now we're going to set up the pitot tube. I'm going to crank these up a little bit so that the pitot tube assembly can slide underneath here, and then we can crank them back down so that there's weight applied to the pitot tube assembly. And then we're going to put on our bracket, give it a good, make it tight, but yeah, just hand tight. And then, I just put this at whatever height seems appropriate, but we'll adjust it in a little bit for the pitot tube assembly. We're going to slide that over that way. And now let's go get the pitot tube. I have no idea if you can see this level. I need to get a different camera where I can preview what's on the screen when I'm in the front of it. So there we go, there's the pitot tube assembly, and it sits right up here on the shelf. Be very gentle with it. This is glass, it'll break very easily, and it's oil inside here, very special oil. And we've never broken one of these. At this point I've been here for 16 years. Or since 1995, and they were old when I got here, so my predecessor took good care of them as well. Oh, no way. I guessed the proper height for this clamp assembly. That's crazy. Maybe I should make a mark on this pole. That'd be too easy. So let me slide this under the clamp assembly, and then I just lower the clamp down, the stand down. Well, I didn't get the right height. This whole assembly is being held up by the clamp. So I'm going to lower this down a little bit. Wasn't high enough. Silly me. There we go. was actually holding the clamp in midair. Still is, as a matter of fact. Oh, I don't know. I think I have this pole touching the table. I've got lots of places to adjust. So it's good you see me struggling. This is not an exact science here. There we go. So that was it. The pole was down too low and it was lifting up the whole stand. So we couldn't have a downward force on the front of the stand, which kind of helps stabilize the bottom of the pitot tube assembly. And don't forget to crank this down tight so we have a good hold on the system. And then I like to check if it's actually reading 0 here for the oil level. If it's not, then you need to level the system, just putting a little piece of paper on the side that needs it. And the pitot tube is plenty long enough to go in here and measure wind speed. But I'm going to move the whole assembly to the left to give it a little bit more room. There we go. That'll give them more length for the pitot tube. Excellent. So that is the setup for airfoils.